Who are you?
I am the Master. And these are my friends.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello.
We're recording only a day later than our previous episode, because Ben's very much into this three-part finale and wanting to know what's happening.
I need to know many questions, answers.
Yeah, once again he demanded that we put the next one on, but again I said not straight away because I want to be able to record this podcast without him knowing the conclusion. So yeah, but we've had some raspberry ripple ice cream, Ben's favourite.
Yeah.
We've got ourselves ready, and now we're ready to record.
Yeah.
So we've watched The Sound of Drums, episode 12 of series 3.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's all right.
It's all right. You just want to know what happens.
I think for me, like the last 15 minutes was good.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a bit slow in the beginning.
All right.
But I was right in some way. Go back and check, because I swear I said Saxon's the Doctor.
The Master.
Saxon's the Master.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
What?
Well, it's not that difficult to guess, is it?
No.
Because we've discussed the fact that Saxon was being discussed the whole season.
Please let me have it.
Okay, well done for working out.
But the thing is, though, did they ever explain, like, how he has built up this whole persona? Like, how did he do so much work?
Well, he's been there for 18 months, so he's managed to do it in that time. Remember, he's quite hypnotic.
Oh, yeah.
And he's done something with the satellites.
Phones. Yeah. Archangel.
Archangel, yeah.
So,
Various
who
points.
is Lucy?
Lucy Saxon, yes.
I think she's the queen of the Toclophanes.
You think she's the queen of the Toclophane? Okay.
I think he's created almost another Dalek type machine thing.
Okay, it's very interesting you should say that.
Like, they're ruthless. They got this, hello, I'm so sweet. And then she's like, lady dead.
Yeah. So, funny you should say that, because actually the Toclophane were kind of invented around the time they were making Series 1, because they were writing this series and they were having a bit of a battle with the Daleks, Terry Nation's estate, as to whether they get the permission to do it.
Yeah.
And so they had this backup idea of the Toclophane to replace the Daleks if they couldn't use them.
Yeah.
Obviously, they did get the Daleks, but now they're using the Toclophane now. But the thing is
there a little creature inside?
Well, I can't tell you anything, can I? But I'm just going to remind you of what's been said, is that the Master has said that they're called the Toclophane. But do you remember how the Doctor reacted to that when he heard that?
There's not a thing.
He said there's no such thing. Did he say what they...
And the Master said that, do you remember those fairy tales?
Oh, he did say that, and yeah.
So he's taken the word out of a fairy tale.
He's taken the word from their mythology or their fairy tales, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that bit. I liked that we got a bit of Gallifreyan backlog.
Yeah.
Like, finally.
You get to see Gallifrey.
Well, you get to see something.
A glimpse.
They are the Jedis of this universe.
Are they?
To look after and watch and blah, 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 blah.
Well, that was their plan, but...
why does the Dalek hate the Time Lord so much? Why did they hate each other so much?
Daleks hate
obviously, I don't...
everyone that's not a Dalek.
Yeah, but they feel like they took specific aim at the Time Lords.
Well, I think that because the Time Lords were quite powerful, maybe... Because I know they're not supposed to interfere, but maybe they were trying to rid the universe of the Daleks because they're so dangerous. And, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you were saying, who's Lucy Saxon? And
Yes.
you think halfway through the episode, you said to me, is she an alien?
Yes.
You think she is?
Yes.
But what about the journalist said that she's found plenty of good research on her?
Oh my God. Aliens can hide in plain sight. We've seen the Slitheen slip a massive fat body into a massive.
Oh, so
into
you think it's an alien masquerading as her?
Yes.
Okay.
but she's got less wind than Slitheen.
Less what?
Wind.
Okay, yes. So remember at the end of the last episode, they were stuck in the end of the universe.
Yes.
And then that was resolved quite easily by the Doctor being able to tamper with Jack's vortex manipulator.
Yes.
I mean, it's fair enough.
I accepted it for what it is. They needed to get them into should we say, a wider arena.
Yeah, well, where the story is, because they can't do
Yeah.
anything if they're trapped there.
Yeah. But the poor TARDIS.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure now, because they've done this with this TARDIS, they're going to gut it and give us a brand new sparkling TARDIS for
you think so?
series 4, because that's an eyesore.
It is an eyesore.
I freaking hope they're going to do something nice with it.
Oh, you mean the TARDIS in general as an
Yeah.
eyesore? Oh, I thought you meant what they've done with it, the red and all that.
Well, yeah, I just want something like a bit more. The interior of the TARDIS for me should change every season.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's just wasteful.
It should definitely change for every Doctor.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does.
It hasn't.
It didn't for 9 to 10, but that's because 9 only lasted one season.
Okay. They foiled that I thought the Doctor and the Master were brothers.
Yeah, do you know what? So the episode where you said that came out recently at time of recording, timey-wimey. And Yanto texted me and said, when Ben said about is the Master secretly the Doctor's brother, I should have said to you, you've been watching too much TV. But I didn't think of that at the time.
Yeah. I love it. I love him. I love John Sim because he's so enigmatic. Enigmatic? Enigmatic. Is it? Enigmatic. And he's such a great performer. And he is off his rockers, but he's fantastic. And he's got great teeth.
Yes.
And he's really surprised me. He's my favourite villain.
No, yeah.
Humanoid villain, shall we say.
Yeah, no, he is good. He was very right for the role.
Yeah. Oh, and he says telly.
Oh, yeah, I hate that word.
So I say telly.
Yeah.
I do, don't I?
Yeah. And I say TV.
Yeah, I was brought up saying telly.
Yeah.
Does anybody understand the word claggy?
It's a northern thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because I say it a lot and people don't really understand what I'm saying, but I say when a food is claggy,
Yeah.
it's like the food is like dry and thick.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, there was something else you predicted a few episodes ago,
Yeah.
which was the Teletubbies thing.
What did I say?
I don't know why, but you were going off on one like you do.
Yeah.
And you started talking about the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
And you were like, are the Teletubbies robots? And I was like, why? And you said, Stephen, they've got TV in their stomachs. How do they do that? And then the Master literally went and he watched the Teletubbies and he said, look at that, TV in their stomachs. It's like you're psychic.
It's like I'm born to write sci-fi and fantasy.
Yeah, maybe. But fun fact, that Teletubby scene is a reference to a scene from the classic series.
Oh.
Where the Master flicked on the TV and he saw the clangers.
Ugh.
And the joke was that he saw them and he thought they were a real species.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure the Doctor knows every species in the world.
This is the Master we're talking about.
But he's smart.
Yeah. But it's just a joke, just the fact that they are alien and so, and he, remember as well, the Master's been human for ages and he's only just come back. So yeah, so he thought Teletubbies were real for a second.
Yeah. But don't you think that it's really quite cool that he actually showed, even though hates this, I don't know if he hates the Doctor.
That's a very tricky question.
Yeah, because I almost think they were friends, but more than friends.
Possible, yeah. I think they were very close.
Yeah, and
I think the Master is obsessed with the Doctor.
Yeah, unrequited lovey.
Maybe.
So the Master, what's his real name?
Well, we don't know the Doctor's name. We don't know his name.
Oh no, not another one.
They choose titles generally.
So you could go. There's a Time Lord. There could have been a Time Lord out there called Engineer.
Maybe.
Hello, I'm the Engineer.
Some of them are like the something, and then there are Time Lords that are just called something. Like their president was like Rassilon. That was his name.
You know the face of Bo?
Yes.
Is he a Time Lord?
No. Why?
And like they worship him.
No.
He's some deity that
No.
the Time Lords worship.
No.
Do you know who he is? And do you know what he is? And do you know how he existed?
I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say maybe by the end of next episode you might know as well.
Oh my god, did the face of Bo just poop out the Master?
Yes, that's it. That's the
Like,
correct
a
answer.
bit like Zeus, and like the Doctor and the Master came out of his forehead.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Do you ever get a Tennant and Martha, like, him saying sorry to her?
We have to wait and see.
You can't tell me,
We'll have to
can
wait
you?
and see. Yeah.
Uh,
You know when they arrived back on Earth and they were talking about what had happened?
mm,
There's this line Martha has that always amuses me, where she says, "Oh, that voice at the end, that wasn't the professor." It's the way she says "at the end," as if she knows she's in a TV show and she knows it was the end of the episode. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm sure she just means, at the end of all that drama,
Yeah.
but it just sounds like she knows it was an episode and then there was the
Like
credits.
Fourth Wall-y.
Yeah, it's like that voice at the end of the last episode. Yeah.
I still don't understand it all.
Okay.
So the Master went and hid at the end of the universe
Yes.
in 2000,
100 trillion.
100 trillion years ago.
No, 100 trillion years in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went there.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I see how it works now. So the Doctor and Martha went there as well,
And Jack.
and Jack, and then he left
The Master went...
backwards,
Mm.
and he went 18 months. He overshot it by 18
Yes,
months.
yes.
And so he lived 18 months, and then they came back, and they coincided 18 months after he arrived.
Yeah.
So Martha, that's how Martha knew him,
Yes.
because her adventures,
She'd heard him in interviews and stuff for the last 18
and
months.
her adventures are still like as if like maybe only like a couple of days have gone by.
Yeah, she said 4 days.
Yeah,
Because the last place the TARDIS landed was Cardiff in the 21st century to
Yeah.
refuel. So I'm guessing that's where he ended up, just 18 months overshot, like you said.
yeah. But so how did he get the box? TARDIS. They must have carried it with his super strength.
Yeah, or maybe there's some leeway, because like he said, like, they had the 18 months leeway, so maybe there's a bit of, he can go anywhere on Earth, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
nothing a crane can't fix.
yeah. I really like the scene with the cabinet.
Yeah. He's a ruthless bitch.
He is. I noticed you laughing quite a lot in that scene at his facial expressions.
Yeah. He's like, this is happy.
Yeah.
This is sad.
Yeah.
Well, not those words, but
Something like that.
yeah. And like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think I could watch him all day.
Yeah, he is good.
But I couldn't watch Ashes to Ashes.
Life on Mars is what he's in.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
watch that.
I watched it. I think it was good at the time. I don't really remember it much though.
The cop goes back in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a mystery as to, is he really back in time or is he in a coma?
Oh,
And he's hallucinating
his
or...
head.
Yeah. Did you notice the little continuity reference? When he walked into the cabinet room, he said, Downing Street rebuilt.
Oh yeah, what destroyed it?
The missile from the Slitheen that killed the Slitheen.
Oh yeah. But
It
what?
blew
Didn't kill
up.
them all.
Huh?
Didn't kill them
Well,
all.
it killed most of them.
She's back on the home planet as an egg.
Yeah.
Must have hatched by now.
But I like the fact they do that, because they had, remember in the Christmas Invasion, Big Ben had scaffolding on it
Yeah.
from where it had been smashed.
Yeah. I think those little touches make it like these in this world, these things did happen.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's not
And
like
Russell T Davies is really good at that.
yeah, and
Like
not
world building in a way.
yeah. And not always like being swept under the carpet.
Yeah. So what do you think is going on with this 4 beats thing? Because remember, you very accurately in the last episode said, "Oh, it's the heartbeat of a Time Lord," which you're very true about. But it seems it's like stuck in the Master's head, and he has been all his life. He said,
It's his he absorbed a twin in the womb, and the twin is now about to come out.
"Okay,
He's actually an amoeba, and he's going to split.
yeah,
It's his heart restarting. He's got a heart murmur on one side.
maybe. I don't know why I asked this, actually, because, to be honest, it doesn't really get explained in this story. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
I don't think it's been there all his life. I think it's been there ever since he looked into the vortex.
Oh, maybe, yes, probably, because it's part of his insanity, isn't it?
And I think the vortex has just twisted his mind, and he's always got this beat in his mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's him hearing his own heartbeat.
Yeah, possibly.
And that's driving him insane, realising how mortal he is. Well,
Maybe.
he's not immortal. He's not mortal. He's not immortal.
He is mortal. He's just got a longer life than
He's
humans.
demi-immortal.
And he can regenerate, but he's still mortal. He can die. So the journalist that went to see
Who
Lucy
is
Saxon,
she?
the actress.
Yes. She looks so familiar.
She's called Nicola McAuliffe.
I don't know who she is.
I actually went to see a play that she'd written
Oh.
with my parents. That was really good.
Those eyebrows made her look completely shocked at all times.
But did you hear her name? Vivian Rook. Do you remember that name?
No.
Do you not?
No.
Well, there's another Viv Rook in the Russell T Davies project. He reused the name. Emma Thompson in Years and Years.
Oh.
She was Viv Rook.
Was she?
Yeah. Yeah, and Russell, I think I've mentioned before, he likes to reuse
Oh,
names.
yeah.
Yeah.
But his names are suspect.
Really?
They're a bit dated.
Yeah.
Like,
Martha. Rose.
I don't mind these names, like, as resurgence of names. It's great, because it keeps them alive.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're trying to pull in a younger generation, are you really going to pull in a younger generation when the main character's called Martha?
I don't think it
That
matters
sounds
that
really
much.
bitchy. You got to cut
Yeah,
that.
It's fine. It's fine.
But Martha's my favourite companion.
She is amazing.
She's my favourite companion.
I mean, you think she's amazing. Well, I won't say anything.
I hope she turns into a god.
I was going to say, you think she's amazing now. Wait till you see next episode. But
She's wearing the key. The telephone. Not the telephone.
the Toclophane.
The toclophane. They can't see her because she's got a key.
Yes. That's a good theory.
I was a bit like, why are you leaving? And why are you leaving Jack?
Well, they told her to just get out.
Even the doctor.
Well, Jack said it, didn't he?
Like, her mum has some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you trusted someone who you do not know, and yet all the doctor's all been doing good. He's kept her safe. He's never left her behind. He's always put her first. He's always said if she got into trouble, he got her out of trouble. He saved her from a missile going into a living sun.
Yeah.
Not a missile, a
escape pod. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, the doctor may not love her, but he cares for her deeply.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And like, you say that you care for your daughter, but no, you're just coming across as that your apron strings are too tight, and now you're suffocating your daughter, which has caused this whole issue.
Yeah. She did. I like that she did eventually too late, but she did realise that she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
But it's really tense, that moment when they're on the phone and she's like, Martha, come round, and then her dad's there and it's like, yeah, Martha, come round. And then it's her dad. She says, is there someone else there? Just say yes or no. And he like pauses and then he's like, yes, get out, run, and it's like, yes, good on Dad for doing the right thing.
Yeah. Where's her bro?
Leo, yeah, he was meant to be involved more, but he wasn't available for this time.
Is he a famous actor?
Not really. He was his name's Reggie Yates, and he was a CBBC presenter, I think.
Oh.
And I don't know what he was doing at this time, but he wasn't available. So he's basically a pointless character. They might as well not have had him.
Yeah, might as well just cut him.
Yeah.
I'll just retconned him out.
Yeah. But yeah, I also love the way that, like, Martha goes to phone her family and the doctor's saying to her, no, you can't do that. And she just snaps back at him and she's like, I'll do what I like. Because the stakes are too high now for her.
Yeah.
And she snaps back at him.
Yeah.
And then when she says, we've got to go and find them, and he says, that's exactly what they want, it's a trap. She goes, I don't care. I think she's had enough of the doctor
Controlling.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have family anymore.
No.
And so he's lost that side of himself.
Yeah.
He's lost his... Yeah.
Mm.
Like, I'm sorry, but you could repopulate the Time Lords.
Oh, yeah, you've said this before.
Like, he is a Time Lord, you are a Time Lord. Like, if one of you just transform into one baby-bearing body...
Yeah, but that assumes that they can choose to do that, and I don't think they can necessarily. It's a bit random.
Then make half-species.
Oh, what, with humans?
Yeah.
Mm. Whenever I see that scene now where Martha's driving that car really recklessly,
Yeah.
I can't help but think of, I'm pretty sure it was the Doctor Who Confidential that went along with this. And where they were filming that scene, it was, I can't remember, either David Tennant or John Barrowman's birthday. Possibly David Tennant's, I think. And I just remember this moment on Doctor Who Confidential where David was sitting in the car, John Barrowman put his head in the window and went, "David, I got cake." And David goes, "Woohoo!" And I can't get that out of my head every time I see that scene.
I love cake.
Yeah, I know. It's so random. You said you were going to say something about the music in this episode.
I was. There's one piece of music. Now, this is going to be short and sweet, because if I get Stephen on this bandwagon, we'll be here all night. There's one piece of music that I thought was quite sweet.
Oh, yeah?
Was when he gave them the key and when they were walking.
Oh, yes. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think it's called the Dead Man Suite.
No, it's called Martha's Quest.
Oh.
Yes, no, it's a good piece of music. When they go across the bridge.
I can't remember. You have this extraordinary mind, Stephen. The music just goes there and it stays there.
Maybe.
Like, for me, does not happen.
No, to be fair, you've only watched it once. I've watched it about a million times. And I've listened to the soundtrack about a million times. But yeah. A piece of music I really like that has been throughout this whole series and has been used a lot in this episode. It's called All the Strange, Strange Creatures. And it's the one that goes dun 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 da da dun 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 da da dun 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 da 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 dun da da.
Sounds like the Chase.
The Chase theme tune, yeah, a little bit. But it's a great action cue, and it really gives energy to those scenes, like the car chase and stuff. And Gallifrey has its own theme. When we saw the flashback of the Gallifreyan landscape, this beautiful theme.
They have an orange sky.
Yeah, the sky is a burnt orange.
Who made that up?
Actually, it's from the original series. I'm pretty sure Susan, in one of the early episodes, says she describes Gallifrey in basically the same words that David Tennant used in Gridlock when he described it. Something about silver treetops and...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty, though, don't you think?
It reminds me of Krypton.
What, Superman planet? Is it? Okay.
Because they're in a little jar.
Are they? Okay.
It was in a little jar.
Yeah. I love that citadel enclosed in a glass dome. It's like a snow globe. So, we had the scene, I really like this scene, where the Master and the Doctor have a phone call. And this is their first actual conversation for years. And it's a really well done scene. And this is where we were talking about before. We said they were friends and you said perhaps more than friends.
Yeah.
I do feel like their connection is so intense in this scene.
Yeah.
And it almost sounds a bit like phone sexy.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that far.
Seriously, it's the bit when the Master realised that the Doctor must have been the one to destroy the Time Lords in Gallifrey. And he said about the power that you must have had, and he says into the phone, he goes, "Oh, tell me, how did that feel?" It is very sensual, shall we say. And then he says, "Are you asking me out on a date?"
They've been there, they've done that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Susan's father. Second father.
Oh, really?
Because the Doctor has children.
The Doctor has children and a grandchild, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the Master and the Doctor had a baby together.
Maybe.
And their babies had Susan.
That's what their whole feud has been about this whole time, about how the best way to co-parent.
Child support.
Yeah.
Where I really don't like this whole... It's isolating the Doctor so much. I really don't like it. I think it limits... I understand it makes him lonely and it makes him want a companion. But I really think it just... people want to be... I don't know.
The thing is, the Time Lords Well, I think Russell said whenever the Time Lords were used in the classic series, he found it boring because they're just dusty old senators.
But the thing is, though, this is your chance to make something new.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like...
And as well, with bringing back for Series 1, he didn't want all this baggage. So making the Doctor just this lone figure, I think it was a wise choice.
I don't think they're gone.
Oh my God, here we go again.
I don't. I really don't. They're smart people. Stephen, they made a device that is bigger on the inside than on the outside. They're smart people. Literally, you've got to give credit where credit's due. They have saved themselves, but they're in hiding.
Okay. So we're on Series 3. There have so far been 13 of the revival series. If we get through it all, you'll see if you're ever proved right or wrong. Or if it's never touched on.
Watch out for my fan fiction coming 2024.
Yeah. Also, the Master mentioned that the Time Lords resurrected him.
Yes.
So they said because they said he would be the perfect warrior for a Time War.
And he wasn't.
No, but that does explain why he's there, because the Master from the classic series was supposed to be dead. But that's the thing with the Master, to be fair, he has died so many times, and then it turned out, he didn't actually die.
Oh.
Because that's probably the Master's biggest thing, is like, he will do anything to avoid death. What did you think, by the way, about this whole ritual of the untempered schism? That's the gap in reality where you look through at the vortex, and it's like all the children who are potentially to go to the academy, which is a Time Lord's school, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage. You get taken to look through this thing. Like, I don't know, it's quite good lore, I think. It's quite cool.
Yeah. But did the Doctor go to the academy?
Yeah.
So he looked into it?
Yeah.
And he ran?
Yeah. That's what he said.
I think he didn't run.
I think he did.
No, I don't
think it means anything.
He is his own type of insane.
Oh, maybe.
Like, insanity is different for different people.
Yeah.
And like...
I do believe him, though, when he says he ran away, because like he said, he never really stopped. His whole life is running away.
So when you graduate the academy, you get your own TARDIS?
No, I don't think so. I don't necessarily think that's how it works. The TARDISes are a tool. You don't automatically just get given one.
Yeah.
And there was that awkward moment where they were talking about the perception filter, and he says it's like when you fancy someone and they don't even know you exist.
Yeah.
Does he not realise?
No, he's obliv.
Is he completely oblivious?
He's obliv.
No, I don't think he is. I think on some level he knows.
No, he's obliv. He's obliv.
I think he knows.
He's obliv.
And then Martha's face, and Jack was like, "You too, huh?"
So Jack loves the Doctor.
I that's my interpretation of that line, yeah.
Jack, you've got Yanti.
Yeah. I just think if you get that close to the Doctor...
Yantano.
Like, it takes a very strong-willed person not to fall in love with the Doctor, I think.
Yeah.
God, and we had this awful US president.
Yeah.
He's a bit George W. Bush-esque.
Yeah. And then he gets disintegrated.
He does get disintegrated. That scene where he tells Saxon to be quiet, and then he does this whole zip mouth thing. He's so childish.
It's funny, though.
It is funny.
You know when he rips open the sky?
Yeah.
Is that the void? Are they coming from the void?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my god.
That means nothing. I'm saying...
What have they hidden in that fucking void? First, it's a void ship with Daleks
okay, it's not
in
the void. It's not the void.
Okay.
The Valiant.
Oh, it's a massive ship.
Skyship thing, yeah. It's... Yeah.
An airport in the sky.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. But how much power does that need to run?
A lot, probably. A lot of fuel.
Yeah. This planet only has a finite amount. That's a waste, and it's killing the Earth.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg would not be hard pleased.
No, she wouldn't.
Oh my god, going back to the screaming, like he opened the door.
Yeah, I love that.
He's just a bit sadistic, aren't you?
No, but it's funny. It's a joke, isn't it? And then there's a very doctorish moment where she says, "You told me Archangel was 100%. And he goes, 99, 98. It's very David Tennant.
Yeah.
It's like I said, this dark doppelganger thing.
You can see why people fell in the idea of that they're brothers.
Yeah. And then his final blow of this episode, he zaps the Doctor and ages him up 100 years.
Yes. But the thing is, though,
Yeah.
if the Doctor dies, he just regenerate.
Yeah.
Or if they die of old age, do they not regenerate?
No, they do. They can, yeah.
So how many regenerations did they have?
12, which means 13 bodies.
Oh, dear Lord. Hasn't the Doctor had that already?
He has, but it gets addressed.
Okay.
It was put in, I think probably back in the 70s as like they can do that 12 times, because they never thought back then that the show would reach that point. So they thought, you know.
And then they conveniently snipped that out and thrown it away.
Well, let's just say it's been addressed. But I was never worried about that, because the BBC aren't going to stop making Doctor Who just because they've reached 13 if it's popular and people like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think the BBC would ever sell Doctor Who?
Sell it? Well, it's probably one of their proudest properties. One of their biggest assets.
That and EastEnders.
Yeah. But it's interesting what's happening with Disney Plus. Like, I'm not quite sure the dynamics there.
Yeah.
How that's going on. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, this aged Doctor, it's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah. They needed to incapacitate him.
Yeah.
The
makeup?
It's alright.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? It's broadly fine.
Yeah, it's just for me, like...
But David Tennant is a fantastic actor, so I think he sells it.
But don't you think he looks too old for 100?
No.
Oh.
Because if you think David Tennant's already like in his mid-30s or
yeah, but
whatever.
no, did your aunt look like that?
Well,
Your...
my great-great-aunt.
Yeah. Stephen's
it's
great-great-aunt lived till like
105 or 104, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Did she?
Very old people, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so there we have it. The sound of drums.
Yeah.
Shall we put it on our list?
Yes. Just under the episode yesterday.
Oh, worse than Utopia?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Utopia was like really good from like halfway onwards. This was really good from 15 minutes onwards, afterwards.
You mean 50 minutes to the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you'd like it more than that, to be fair.
No, this is a typical two-parter episode for me.
But this is a middle of 3.
Yeah, and the middles are boring.
Oh, okay.
Didn't need to be so long.
No, okay. Well, we have to agree to disagree, because I really like this one.
Okay.
For me, it is going higher. I'm going to put it just under The Runaway Bride and above Father's Day, which makes it number 6 for me at the moment. The next episode is the last one of Series 3.
Indeed.
It's called Last of the Time Lords.
Oh, so one of them's gonna peg it.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh,
because
lords.
they could be together be the last of the Time Lords. That's what it's talking about, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for listening. You know where to find us.
You know where to find us.
Until next week.
Stay
Stay fantastic.